Harvey Weinstein walked gingerly into court this morning without the walker he has relied on for weeks.
Harvey, how are you feeling today?
In its opening statement, the prosecution laid out a timeline of graphic sexual assault and misconduct allegations involving 6 women spanning 2 decades, telling the jury the man seated right there is not just a tycoon in Hollywood, he was a rapist. Weinstein pleaded not guilty to 5 charges of sexual assault, including rape, and has always denied having non-consensual sex. The case centers around the allegations of 2 women. Today, details of one of the rape charges were revealed for the first time. According to prosecutors, Jane Doe 1 was a 27-year-old aspiring actress from a dairy farm in Washington when Weinstein assaulted her in a New York City hotel room in 2013. The woman, who has chosen not to identify herself publicly, went on to have a relationship with Weinstein, including additional sexual contact after he promised her a movie role. The prosecution says she was raped again in November of the same year. According to the defense, there are hundreds of emails and texts that establish a loving relationship between the two. Weinstein's attorneys say Jane Doe 1 gave the movie producer her new cell phone number after the first alleged assault, writing in a message, "Call me anytime. Always good to hear your voice." She also thanks Weinstein for his unfailing support and kindness and asks him if he will meet her mother. And in 2017 writes, "I love you, I always do, but I hate feeling like a booty call." The defense told the jury that all 6 women will face tough questions for the first time, calling the prosecution's entire case a mirage. According to prosecutors, these emails and texts don't prove that the incidents were consensual. A forensic psychiatrist will testify that victims of sexual assault often stay in contact with their abusers long after the attack.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.